And welcome back to the Leah Heilpern Show. So I want to talk to you about the latest Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate update, the leaked documents that I've seen floating around on the internet. We've all seen the screenshots of the WhatsApp conversation between two girls. I wanted to get into more detail, give you my opinion on it, and understand what this could potentially mean for the Tates. So let's get into it. But just before we do, I am going to be bringing you more content like this, so don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe with the bell on so you never miss any of these updates. So 4 days ago, screenshots began floating around the internet of these two young women having a WhatsApp conversation, and these are the women that claim to be victims of the Tate brothers. The first girl was from the US, the second girl was from Moldova, and you can see through these WhatsApp messages how they talk about being actresses and essentially how they plan to set up the Tates. I'm going to bring it up on screen and we can read through it together. So as you can see, these screenshots are the transcript of the entire conversation, and it starts 2 days before the first raid back in April 2022. You can see the first girl starts off by saying, "You a good actress?" ? So already that's a red flag. Why would you ask somebody if they're a good actress? It means something's fake, something's contrived, something not real is going to happen. She then says, "True, perfecto, just play it cool." Got it. What are they going to be playing cool? Act like you don't know anything. Just play dumb. The other girl says, "I'm going to pull some tears out." Now we know that she's going to pretend to cry. So clearly they're going to be acting. She says, "And play dumb. Good advice. Thank you." So they're going to pretend to cry and they're going to play dumb. So clearly a lot of acting is going on here from the two girls claiming to be victims of the Tates. 1 day before the first raid, one girl says, "We are really good and we need an Oscar." She says we need an Oscar, which confirms these girls are acting and they're proud of the lies. Obviously, we don't know exactly what they're referring to here, but somebody called the embassy last year to obviously say something bad about the Tates, to say that they did something illegal. Maybe after saying we need an Oscar, that's what they're referring to. Maybe they just called the embassy to play victim. So if you scroll down and you can see here, the girl says, "I told you to be like saying a nice message that we are hurt or shit like that we do love them, we just don't like the situation." So now they're talking about some kind of complaint against the Tates that they made. They're pretending that they love them, but they're just hurt and they're scared and they don't like the situation. So now we can see they're discussing the lies that they told potentially the embassy or the police, whoever it is. They're probably referring to when they were at the Tate's house. They're making up lies that they're being held hostage at the house, and they're playing the perfect victim by saying, "We love them, but we're scared, come save us." And obviously, as an American girl, if you call up the American embassy in Romania saying that you're afraid and you don't like the situation you're in, that's a very serious allegation and claim. So naturally, people are going to respond straight away. And then the next day, there were raids on the house. But it's really interesting if you keep scrolling. One of the girls says, "Play the victim. I mean, we are, but act like we still love them and stuff." So again, confirming that they're pretending to be victims to somebody else. Again, we don't know who this is. It could be the embassy, the police, we're not sure, but it is 1 day before the raid. So it's obviously some kind of authority or official. So the second screenshot, the conversation continues, and one of the girls is saying how she's going to reach out to Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime to basically tell their fake story about the Tates as they said they would do in the screenshot above. This is very typical of girls. They obviously want to get as much clout as possible. They want to get fame. They want to be on TV. I think that the Tinder Swindler came out around similar time, and now all those girls are extremely famous. That's probably what the purpose of this is. You can see from all the screenshots, they're finding it funny. They're laughing. "Yeah, babe, haha, so good." They're loving it. They want the clout and they want the fame. This does not sound like a victim to me. This sounds like two girls who are having a really good time enjoying all the media attention. So the second screenshot now shows the American woman having a conversation about the situation with her mother. And what I thought was really interesting was the girl told her mum that she's not concerned. She said, "Tristan doesn't really care if I leave." That is so important. It's one of the biggest accusations. And actually something that Vice spoke about was that the women were afraid to leave. They took their passports. The women were terrified. Well, again, if this is true, the woman is literally saying, "Tristan doesn't care if I leave. I'm not concerned. I don't care. I feel fine." That literally makes the Tates innocent. It literally goes against all of the claims. As you continue to scroll down, it says, "I don't think they care. much if we leave anyway, which is why I feel okay. She just says she doesn't think the Tates would care if she leaves, which is why she feels fine. Again, doesn't sound like a scared, terrified, real victim to me. So after she says that she feels completely safe and fine if she decides to leave, she's now having this big argument with her mother, and it's actually really unclear what is going on. She wants to go to London. She has this big argument with her mum, but her mum is clearly very mad at her and tells her to go to hell for being arrogant, ignorant, and she doesn't like her BS. So her mum is clearly very upset with her behavior. Perhaps it's to do with the lying that she's told her mum she's going to do. So the mother says to the daughter, if you look at the bottom, the whole American embassy is on alert. Shame on you. So I guess that does confirm that actually she did call the American embassy and she did lie, and the mother is not happy about that. So again, if this is real, this is proof that the claims that were said to the American embassy is all fake. So just to wrap up, if these documents and the screenshots are real, the conversations between the girls and the mother, then it means the Tates are entirely innocent, because the entire case is based off of this. The Tates held women against their will back in April last year. So, however, at the end of the day, we don't know where they came from. We don't know how accurate they are. But to me, they look real, to be brutally honest. How do I know? I'm not an investigator, but they look like real conversations to me. So moving forward, I think these documents should probably be admitted to a judge, or the judge that's in charge of this case, so that they can decide whether they're real or not, and then let the Tates go, because there's no evidence. Also, what is really interesting is I found this on Spy News. They're a random Romanian news outlet. Only Spy News are covering this, which is really interesting to me, because whenever something's released which is negative about the Tates, the BBC, Vice, CNN are always the first to talk about it. But now there's something which is positive and could actually prove the Tates to be innocent. That comes out, and just only one little Romanian news outlet is covering it. Funny how that works. So I hope that these screenshots will be admitted to a judge, so a judge can look at them, make his own decision, and hopefully let the Tates go and realize that everything was all a lie. Guys, I'm going to be following all of this, so don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you all on the next video.